What's up, YouTube? Just decided to do a video on what I'm doing in Diablo right now. Currently, I'm farming MP5 for Hell Ring stuff. If you go through like other Diablo set videos and stuff across YouTube, especially with big names like Zispire, you'll see like these 100 million monk builds that are able to. He makes them for MP10, but they're really farmable around like MP7. Then again, he's also like Paragon 80 with the monk that he's using, so Paragon stat helps there. But that's practically impossible with the way the game state is right now. The marketplace is 3, 4, 500% inflated compared to anything I've ever seen in his videos. So it was extremely difficult to try and follow leads like the ones he set to make these sets that are able to farm on higher MP levels. So anyways, we're going to hop in game here. I'm just going to sort of show you my set, how I did it. So if we check out inventory here, I was barely able to break that 100,000 damage mark. I didn't think I was going to break it at first, so I was definitely glad to see that I was able to break that. I got really decent armor, great damage resistance there. Overall, dex is lower than what I'm used to seeing. If you're following my Facebook page, you saw like the pic I posted at the very end of my first Inferno run through. I was dealing like 140,000 damage a second, and dexterity was what, 3,600, something like that. However, one thing I've started to learn about this game is that's not always what matters as far as farming the higher difficulty levels. You sort of have to think outside the box and do things differently. So anyway, that's for the set. Start off, I was able to reuse a couple pieces that I already had before going into this. I already had my stones, I already had my Nat stuff, and I already had the Vile Ward. The rest of this I bought new. The Vile Ward I had found earlier in game. I love the dex stat on it. Decent resist all, decent armor and regenerates. Vitality is really low, but it would have cost me a shit ton to get one with decent vitality or other particular enhancers that I'd be looking for. Probably 20, 30 million, something like that, based off the auction house right now. Money I obviously don't have to spend. So for now, I've just opted to reuse the one that I've got. I'm using a couple rares that I was able to pick up out of the auction house for 1, 2, some odd million. I think this particular amulet actually cost me about 3.5. But you'll notice the lightning resistance on it. The first piece I picked up for this set was the Witching Hour, which happened to have that particular lightning resistance on it, which is what I decided to opt for going into the rest of the set there. So anyways, here we've got resist all, we've got lightning resistance, we've got dex, we've got 9% attack speed, which is really nice, as well as crit chance. Couldn't beat it for what I was able to spend on it. I would like to have much better, but if you start to go much better than this one that I said I think I paid like 3.5 for, they start jumping to like 80 million for the ones that are actually nice. On to the wrists again, really nice vitality stat and dex stat, again with resist all and lightning resistance, and more crit chance, which is definitely what I'm after here. Gloves, these I'm a little surprised on. I have Tasker and Theo's, but it's another one similar to the Vile Ward that I found. It has really good stats as far as just playing through Inferno and whatnot, but it has no crit chance, no crit damage, which was really a setback on it. I lose thousands of damage per second by switching over to what should be the much better glove. So I'm using these for now. The vitality and dex stats are minimal, but they're there. The main reason that I went after this one is I was able to find the lightning resist, the attack speed, crit chance, and crit damage. That intelligence helps with the resistances a little bit as well, so I can't complain too much there. I'm sporting the double in a set right now with the armor and the pants. Here we've got good dex, okay vitality, but this particular one I picked up specifically for the lightning resist. It was the highest I could find. The 11% life is nice to have as well, and I do get a 6% melee attack deduction there, which coupled with the nat boot that I'm running for that pair as well, puts me at 11% reduction on melee. I get the movement speed, armor, great dex, and some resistance off those nat boots as well. Of course, the boots are going to pair with the ring, which unfortunately I couldn't find a good one that was socketed, especially within the budget that I was working with. The dex is good. I get the attack speed, which is nice. I have a little bit of life regen on attacks and just in general life regen, so it's a decent Nats ring. Of course, the other part of that in a set, again, this one has the higher vitality than the armor did, but takes a hit on the dex in order to do that. Again, with attack speed increase and movement speed increase, which is nice. And even though it's very, very minor, there is that extra crit chance there. The other ring I'm sporting is Unity. You get the damage bonus. Strength is worthless, but that 238 dex was really nice to find. Again, with life on hit, crit chance, and the bonus on elites is nice to have. I think I was able to find this Unity for like 12 mil. This set in general, I think if I didn't mention this already, probably cost around 250 million, because those 100 million sets are just impossible with today's market. And I still wasn't able to get everything I wanted, but I am running Mempo right now instead of Vintage Radiance. I picked up this one because of the lightning resistance and the resist all above all else. Finding a double dex Mempo is ridiculous. But I got the attack speed increase, I got 10% life increase, and socketed for that additional 16% life. I was shooting for like 40k, and I was only able to get 33. I'm running Earth Allied just to bump that to around 36, 37. It's manageable. I can't complain too much. Finally, though, we've got weapons. This one I picked up out of the auction house for relatively cheap. Nice damage boost. I love the mins and maxes that it adds. I picked this one over other ones that had like dex stats and whatnot because of the vitality. Otherwise, I was just stupid low. But another 61% crit damage. I was a little underimpressed by 2.3 on life conversion there. But I was able to make that up with the Echoing Fury I picked up that has 3. So I am sitting at 5.3 on life conversion. So it's not horrible. The 13.7 Fear was the lowest I could find on an Echoing Fury for anything under like 20 million. I think I spent 15 or 16 million on this one. The DPS is nice. Pretty much everything about this Echoing Fury is nice for what I spent on it. I don't really have any complaints. I can play MP7, maybe 8. I can get through 6. Okay, but the easiest thing to just actually sit through and farm is MP5 with this particular set. If we go into details here, because of all the lightning resist and playing one with everything, I was able to get that to 602 across the board. I was shooting for 7, but that just was impossible with the way the auction house was and prices and being able to find items that were really worth a damn. I was kind of shocked at how hard that was. But I was able to break at least 600, which makes me happy. Once I got about halfway into the set, I was fearing that 500 was going to be my limit on resistances, so I was actually pretty relieved at the end to see that number break 6. Crit chance is a little low. Crit damage is definitely low from what I wanted to see, but I am swinging 2.5 times a second, so pretty much every second I'm going to land a critical. And with my 5% life steal there, with 2.5 swings a second, I'm pretty much healing myself almost infinitely. It's pretty difficult for me to take damage while farming MP5. Dodge chance is over half. You can't you can't beat that. That's pretty much it there. Stuff that I was using that I'm not really at the moment. There's the Tasker and Theo that I had. Like I said, 299 dex is huge, but the vitality was low, but it also matches the new gloves that I got. I wanted higher vitality. They also match attack speed. I like having the armor boost, but I had no crit chance or crit damage. And I think it was, again, 20 plus millions just to get a Theo that was worth actually using as far as MP farming goes. Scorn as well. This one's empty socketed right now. I spent the 5 million gold to pull my second marquee out of that Scorn to put it in the weapons, and then neither of the weapons I picked up were socketed. I don't think any Echoing Furies are socketed, but I was hoping to get a socket here, and I just couldn't find one. So rather than putting that marquee back in there, I just sort of left it out for now in case I do find something that I can put it in. Just for the bonus 4 decks, I wasn't going to sit it in one of these. I'd rather just save the 5 mil and put it in a weapon when I get the chance. As far as the amulets go, I mean, I wanted to be playing Dunecraig. I mean, I ended up getting faster attack speed with the one I've got now. I took a huge hit on dex, but I'm actually dealing more damage because of the additional crit chance and that extra 1% attack speed. I did lose life as well, but the thing that really set this particular amulet over the edge to make me choose it over the Dunecraig was, of course, that with one with everything, I'm getting that 80 boost across the board on my resistances. Otherwise, I'd be looking at like 520 across the board just to gain some life. And I didn't think, I lose 600 DPS, which I would still be over that 100,000 mark, and I gain 14% life. But having that 80 resistance drop across the board, I wasn't comfortable with. That's pretty much it right now for this set. This stuff down here's, I did start a wizard. It's like level 2 right now. I picked up those because they're the level 3 legendary boot. Real nice intelligence stat there, and movement speed, so that's going to help with that wizard. As well as the Winter Fury. Then I went ahead and put a Radiant Star in. That's going to be stupid to have on a level 10 wizard. I found that Triumvirate for like 100k. It was ridiculously cheap. The damage bonus is a little low on it. You can usually see 6% across your bonus damages, but 169 intelligence was max possible, and then the 15 max arcane power was huge. It's possible by the time I get that wizard to level 60, I may or may not be using Chantotos, but at 100k plus that empty socket, I couldn't beat picking that up now just to sit on it. But what I'm actually doing and why I'm not playing the wizard and farming MP5 right now is I'm farming the Act 4 Key Warden just so I can get all of the keys. I've already made 1 portal. I have 2 keys already there. I'm going to make the Hellfire Ring, and instead of going Intelligence for use on this particular character, or Dexterity, I'm going to go Intelligence, so I can give my level 2, level 3, whatever it is, wizard a Hellfire Ring, as well as then it's going to get those boots, and once it hits level 10, it's going to get Winter Flurry, and I'm gonna roll through power leveling that freaking wizard. So, anyways, that's what I've been up to as far as Diablo goes and farming right now. It sucks that I'm stuck farming MP5, but I don't have the funds right now to get equipment that's going to allow me to really farm any higher. The marketplace is just insane. That might have something to do with the fact that we now know that we have an expansion coming. So people are coming back to the game. That's probably spiking prices. It's just the nature of this game, like it would be in any other game. So that's what I'm working with right now. Let me know what you guys think. If you got any ideas, or if you ever want to play here, there's my tag, number 1679. Send me an invite. We'll play. So comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.